Welcome to the Young Crones Cafe, where you can get a magic brew full of all sorts of information, both witchy and practical.
Grab a cup of coffee and join us. I'm Elizabeth, a wordsmith.
And I'm Dave, a modern-day sage.
We are going to talk about various witchcraft and life topics from a slightly more mature perspective, at least most of the time.
Thanks for joining us.
Here's a little something extra from the Young Crones Cafe to get you through until our next regularly scheduled podcast. As I sit here recording this, my voice may sound a little off because I am struggling with the air quality here in the Northeast as a result of the wildfires in Canada. We forget sometimes how affected we can be by the environment around us, that we really don't have as much control over as we like to think we do. Instead of being warm and sunny, it's actually pretty chilly this morning, and it looks like it might rain, hopefully, which may knock some of the particulates out of the air. But in the meantime, happy summer solstice. Next week is summer solstice as I record this, and by the time this goes up, it'll probably be right around the day. Others call this day midsummer or Litha. Regardless of what you call it, the calendar is proclaiming that this is the first official day of summer. It is the longest day of the year. So this means the peak happens today or tonight, depending, for available light energy. After that, it is really the start of the dark half of the year as well, because bit by bit, the days will begin to shorten again, even though this process is imperceptible at first and we remain full of all that extra energy. But today, take the time to celebrate the bursting light around you. Sit outside and savor it while you contemplate exactly where you are with the plans you have come up with in this season of light, where you've been filled with more energy. Where do you need to place all this energy you have at your disposal right now in order to further their growth and bring them to completion? This is the time of year, after all, where you have more get up and go. But it is important to invest your energy into the right things and not get totally distracted by good weather, parties, vacations, weddings, graduations, all the things that seem to show up at this time of year. Savor the warmth of the sun that seems to come with the light. Take the time for yourself for just a little while and remember not to overschedule because you have what seems to be a whole lot of extra energy. Today is a reminder that while we have been moving upwards to the light, now we gradually will move towards the calmer times of the dark again. For us on the path, we are in the middle of the times of Beltane, where we look to the foundations of our practice, revisiting what got us to where we are now. These foundations hopefully give us the grounding we need to enjoy the shifting energies with more of a sense of balance. Many witches have a bonfire at this time of year to celebrate the light. If you are one, enjoy the flames. If you don't have the time or access to that kind of fire, try to find the time to just light a candle today as a reminder that the energy of the solar year is always with us, moving in its own cycle of peaks and valleys. If you want to consider something special for the foundations of your practice today, go back and look at something you did when you were new to witchcraft, when you first started practicing, regardless of how long ago that was. Try doing that thing again and see if it still fits, or recognize why you don't do it anymore. Connect with one of your foundations, and in the meantime, enjoy the light and enjoy the summer. Until we meet again, may you find mirth and reverence in all things.
Well, it looks like the coffee cups are empty for this week. We hope you join us again next Tuesday, but you can find us at our website, 2youngcrones.com. That's the number 2, Young Crones.
We'd love to have you join our growing online Discord community. Check out our new Patreon presence. Just look for Young Crones Cafe. Through Patreon, you'll be able to make it to our Discord. We are also Young Crones Cafe on Twitter and Facebook.
Until then, remember, we are witches who work with energies to effect change.
We are believers in both immanent and transcendent divine.
We are celebrants of the passage of the solar and lunar cycles.
We are hedge walkers who pass back and forth between the worlds of the magical and the mundane.
We are seekers of knowledge.
and we are walkers of a spiritual tradition we call the Path.
So mote it be.
So mote it be.